We got Mr. Wrong again. We just had him in the stream. It was the very first one with the just a chair, I believe. Let me double check. If I can. No. What? Hold on. Yeah, no, sorry, that was way Zong. Mr. Wrong was a different one. Pardon me. Mr. Wrong was the bullets that transform people into furries. Okay. That was like 2 SCPs ago. Now we got every wandering golden city of the Caesars. Back at it again with another SCP from Mr. Wrong. Yes. Back at it again. Here we go. This one seems like a longer one. That's the wrong button. Object class Euclid. Spectral containment procedures. Provisional containment area 846 is to be constructed around SCP-2955 and is currently disguised as an Argentinian military installation. Area 846 is to be staffed by members of Mobile Task Force Zeta 9 Mallrats. No personnel are allowed to approach, No personnel are allowed to approach, directly observe, or conduct sample extraction on SCP-2955. All observations on SCP-2955 are to be conducted via satellite. I don't like how my toenail feels, but it's fine. Imaging remote surveillance. The usage of Helios-class aerial surveillance drones to monitor SCP-2955 is prohibited. In the event of transmigration event, MTF Z9 is to track down SCP-2955 and identify the next location which it will resurface. Once verified, Area 846 is rebuilt over the newly identified location. Foundation agents embedded in the governments of affected nations are to maintain the cover story of an earthquake during each transmigration event. We'll be right back after this short commercial. Yeah, exactly. The commercial lasts like a second. Description: SCP-2955 refers to a collection of granular particles capable of autonomous movement. An exact total number of SCP-2955 instances cannot be verified partly due to their anomalous properties. Current estimations suggest that there are at least 4 million such instances. Similarities between SCP-2955 and SCP-2583 have been noted. Data redacted. It's 4 million particles. Damn. Okay, individual instances of SCP-2955 have measured diameter of 15 millimeters on average. Okay. And there's 4 million of those? Damn. Samples taken indicate that SCP-2955 is composed of a mixture of tumbaga and silica, an alloy of gold and copper widely used in pre-Columbian Central America and South America. SCP-2955 typically takes the shape of a pavement laid out over an approximate land area of 8 kilometers squared and a collection of Pueblo-grade houses clustered within the area. The architecture is consistent with dwellings of the Pueblo II era. CE 900 to 1115. 50, not 15, 50. However, no openings are found in the structures inside SCP-2955. SCP-2955 will only move referred to as a transmigration event when portions of it are extracted forcefully or when it is directly observed by the following: human beings or Helios-class aerial surveillance drone as of 8/7/2008. The transmigration event is marked by seismic activity occurring in SCP-2955's vicinity. SCP-2955 will then disassemble itself and seep into the ground. Ground-penetrating radar (GPR) indicates that SCP-2955 instances typically move along multiple files when underground, vibrating themselves as a means of motion and coordinating their movement on the ground. After a period of time, for at least 2 weeks, SCP-2955 instances will resurface and reassemble themselves, preferring locations that are devoid of any pre-existing human settlements. When informed, the positions of all structures in SCP-2955 remain unchanged. Also 2 weeks here. An upper limit is currently undetermined. The longest recorded transition period between 2 consecutive transmigration events is about 9 months. SCP-2955 was originally classified as an extra normal event, EE-72806, due to the unsubstantiated evidence of its existence initially. Below is the documentation of EE-27806. Okay, here we go. Event description: a golden city of Pueblo origin was sighted by an archaeological team researching an Incan history, which was seemingly destroyed by a magnitude 8 earthquake that isn't like 9 like the highest, so this is pretty like bad. That occurred shortly after it was identified by team members. No debris of said city were found on site. Date of occurrence: 15th-8/2007. Location: Ica region, Peru. Follow-up action: no cooking hazards or mimetic infection were identified among the members of the archaeological team. Class A amnestics were administered to them afterwards. The areas will be put under observation for a period of 1 year. After similar sighting and seismic event in Gorgona Island, Colombia on 9/9/2007, it was determined to be another instance of EE-72806, and the anomaly was reclassified as SCP-2955. Also, I need to just realize I need to like tell somebody something. Where is she? Okay. Where was I? Class A amnestics were administered to them afterwards. The areas were put under observation for a period of 1 year. So SCP-2955 is capable of an autonomous movement. Now that is something else. I mean, how's that something else? You can do the same thing. You have legs. After similar sighting and seismic event in Gorgona Island, Colombia on... oh, you read that, didn't I? Yeah, I did it. Below is a catalog of known location SCP-2955 has appeared in since its discovery by the Foundation. You knew what I meant with that. Of course I do. Don't you worry. Reference date, 15th. God, these toenails are horrible. They're sharp as shit. I need to cut them. Reference date, 15th-8/2007. Location, Ica region, Peru. First known sighting of SCP-2955, initially classified as EE-72806. 9/9/2007, Gorgona Island, Colombia. Second known sighting of SCP-2955, identified by a park ranger from Gorgona National Park. Transmigration event occurred afterwards, triggering a magnitude 6.2 earthquake, and SCP-2955 vanished at the end of the event. Anomaly reclassified as SCP-2955. Now see, that's the thing though, like the fact that it can cause earthquakes is the more terrifying thing about this. 16th-12/2007, Antofagasta Province, Chile. As per Dr. Rodriguez's suggestion, Helios-class aerial drones were dispatched to survey SCP-2955. Based on eyewitness accounts and supposed historic references to SCP-2955, it would be the best if observation of SCP-2955 can be conducted remotely. Dr. Esteban Rodriguez. Transmigration event triggered when drones began collection of samples from SCP-2955, triggering a magnitude 6.7 earthquake. SCP-2955 vanished post-event. GPR detected movement of SCP-2955 instances on the ground. 8/7/2008, Arequipa region, Peru. Helios-class aerial drones deployed to survey SCP-2955. Transmigration event apparently triggered by the presence of the drones, triggering a magnitude 6.2 earthquake. 6.2 again, no, that's still pretty strong. SCP-2955 vanished post-event. GPR detected movement of SCP-2955 instances on the ground. 13/3/2009, Mendoza Province, Argentina. Current location of SCP-2955. Its location initially verified via satellite imaging, remote observation, and GPR. Construction of Area 846 around SCP-2955 began. Did anybody say anything about earthquake? Yeah, just like that's SCP-2555. Like, oh man, I hope there's no earthquake happening anytime soon. Boom. 6.2. Boom. 8. Addendum 1. Upon cross-referencing SCP-2955 description, multiple historic accounts of it have been identified. The excerpts listed below are translated to English. For a complete collation of historic accounts, refer to document Alpha. Alpha. View except 1. The following excerpts are derived from the log of Friar Marcos de Niza, a Franciscan monk involved in the Indy Coronado expedition. Expedition into the southwestern United States in search for the mythical 7 cities of gold, led by the conquistador Francisco Vasquez de Coronado. I've been looking for it to go for 200 years. 200 years? But how were you able to stay alive for so long? Sheer willpower, Nino. Or, you know, Road to El Dorado reference here. Source of the New World riches, grandiose cities of gold, which the heavens avert gaze for fear of their wrath. How foolish and typical of the natives to not recognize the value of gold. According to the Zuni, one of them is located by the river Nexpa. Dispatched a scouting party to Nexpa at nightfall. Tremors are reported. The natives are in hysteria, wildly proclaiming it to be the wrath of the idols. No survivors from the scouting party. Hey, I know I'm late. Yeah, you are. But hey, welcome still to the Fluff. The corpses of the scouts and their horses lay around the pit in the ground by the river Nexpa. There is no gold by that river. Data saving is fucking with me. Trust me, it's fucked with me as well when it happened. I literally was like, oh, okay, it's 2 in the morning. I might as well make myself ready to go to bed, and then I look over again, and it's 1 in the morning again, and I was like, daylight saving. But at the same time, then I was like, oh god, my internal clock is going to get fucked. Looking for some. View except 2. The following excerpt is derived from the journal of Father Jose Gracia El Alzu during his 1766 expedition to Iceland, Chile, in search for the mythical city of the Caesars. Dwellings are of gold, and unlike the dwellings of the Incas, who were the former powers of the Andeans, oddly, they are said to resemble those of the Pueblos north of New Spain. It is certainly odd for the Pueblos to have such a new world, but such claims are mere. Every time we think we may finally observe the Golden City, earthquakes would herald it retreating from our eyes. Rarely is the moniker Wandering City justified for it to never at the same place twice. I missed the good ones at the start, just torrent it. Imagine how like confused somebody's gonna be who like has no idea about that joke. And just things like I just said something like unhinged, and I'm like like what do you mean, Torrent? It's on Twitch, isn't it? Like just watch the VOD. And I'm like, and we over here like, yeah man, just I'll send you a link, you can torrent it. The following excerpt is derived from a transcription of a Zuni shaman from New Mexico, USA. Clear the land of the Golden City, and revere it as a guest of the land. In time, the Golden City offers its gratitude and its ornaments to the host of the land. Maybe I can get the knowledge of torrenting from the fridge. I still hate you for the fridge thing. You're over here like, yeah, the fridge can give you whatever food you want, and then you're like, $1 billion. I'm like, that's not food. Addendum 2. While inside SCP-2955, aerial drones were able to detect low frequency. Smaller than 20 hertz. Relay waves emitting constantly. Why does it feel like the red light is not strong enough? It feels like it's not strong. That's how it normally is, and then boom. No, I think that's just how it looked like. Maybe it was just my imagination. Wait, my girl has texted. You have a girl, yeah. If you were there in one of my Doom Eternal streams, you would have known this. Mechanic knows. Mechanic knows, and yeah. I cannot be more happy. Especially because I've done it, lads. I've done it. I've reached lands nobody has ever explored before. Or at least the lands that people want to explore but have difficulties reaching that because it's a rare occasion. I'm talking about big titty golf girl. With the biggest heart and the most sparkling soul I've ever witnessed. That's why I'm at. And it's glorious. But of course, I try my absolute best for her. I'll do anything. Right now, Gambit is in Marvel Rivals, and he's like over here like, I'll ask the Elder Gods to like make a wedding ring out for me, and I'm over here like, you think you're slick? That was my idea before you came up with it. You think I haven't asked Henry to craft myself some Eldritch rings? But yeah. And damn, after you sit into the AM's deep, and the tree was love matching SCP. It's that one love matching SCP that we read a while back. But yeah, no, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, and I hope I make her happy. She has told me I do. But, you know, she deserves the world. She deserves the world, and I will give her exactly that. But okay, let's focus on SCP. Otherwise, I will gush about her for like hours. She has dreamt about me, and I have dreamt about her. That's the last thing I will say. Okay, let's focus. SCP-2955 instances from the temple are known to be vibrating at increasing frequencies, often breaking their container via resonance. This has led to multiple... Yeah, makes sense. If they can vibrate enough that there's earthquakes happening, of course they can break through the containment. This has led to multiple accounts of containment breach since its acquisition. Samples incinerated on 2009. Will you also give her the whole SCP universe? I don't want... no. Like, I will not give her the SCP universe because that shit's dangerous. I want my girl to live. Not get scarred. Or die. Last try I get with the times and have a significant other. That's up to you. That's up to you, man. If you find somebody... Also, don't try to, like, search for it. Don't try to force it. You know that. The whole shtick, like, if you force it, it's not gonna happen. And it's true, like... I have experienced... a relationship that was definitely very much like I wanted to make it work, but then I found out like yeah, it does not work at all because we rushed into it. So it's dangerous. Well, not too mechanical, yeah, but to us normal people. I have my non-human demon / skinwalker girl. Nice. Okay, let's focus, guys, please. Listen, we can talk on Discord about this. I'm down to like gush over my girl on Discord non-stop. But right now, let's focus on SCPs, okay? We still have like at least potentially another 11k words to read. Addendum 3. On 2009, approximately 400,000 gold nuggets were found in proximity of SCP-2955. According to surveillance, they were produced from SCP-2955 via a process similar to molting. These nuggets do not trigger transmigration events and do not possess any anomalous properties. By the way, mechanic, I will say, you and I, we will take the Corgi train. That's one of the SCPs I will be willing to go with you and explore. Level 3 clearance required. About 18 hours prior to the incident, the extracted sample is slated to be returned to the main body of SCP-2955, approved by Area 846 Director. For said procedure, a Valkyrie-class aerial delivery drone was to be flown near SCP-2955 and drop a vial containing the sample at 3 meters outside the perimeter of SCP-2955. A cover story that the sample was incinerated was disseminated to personnel with level 2 or below clearance. Procedure was successful and SCP-2955 sample rejoined the main body. Well, if you can even see it. The Corgi? I mean, the Corgi just is out of the ground. Like, he's like... and then, like, part of his body is on is like somewhere else in the world. Just... But hey, this one was interesting. Like the description of it is very bland. It's like it's basically like just like a collection of particles, right? Granular particles. It could be just. It's basically just big kernel sands. But then it talks about like, but then it does a cha-cha, and next thing you know, you have level 8 magnitude earthquakes, and also it's 4 million of them. If it only reveals itself to the Foundation, I mean. Maybe you could see it, but mechanical can. The mechanic is part of the Foundation. He's a test dummy. So he's part of the Foundation. So I think we got the qualifications for the Corgi. We got the license for the Corgi train. But you're right. Maybe it's a luxury thing, you know? Maybe you have to get like enough Foundation points first. But yeah, imagine like man, imagine how messed up it must be to be in that like 4 million granular particles and it shakes it and just causes a whole earthquake and you're on it. I think your whole body will shatter. I'm more like a SCP and D-class test subject into one. Yeah, you're more D-class, that's true. That's true, but D-class is still technically considered Foundation members, if you think about it. It's just that, you know, they're doing it unwillingly. They're not really down for the cause. Like Connor from Confinement, yeah, I would say that. Yep. Alright, let's go on.